We are live. What's up, C? How you doing, bro?
What's up, man? Just chilling here watching some basketball. Shannon Sharp almost getting into a fist fight with T. Morant. But, man, just enjoy my Friday night, man. Ready to talk some NFL.
Yeah, bro. You mentioned that right now. That's going to be all over the news, like you're talking about.
Yeah.
Sharp. We were talking about off the air. Man, Shannon Sharp. I was mentioning to you that maybe being on that show with Bayless every single day of the week, man, he's turning into a heel now.
Yeah. He's angry, man. He's tired of everybody.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, that sucks, bro. For Sharp, Uncle Sharp, dude. But yeah, dude, let's talk about this football talk, man. Let's see if anyone wants to join us for this contest. Super late night football talk about these games, bro. We've heard
Yeah,
all the
man.
commentators talk about all these games. See Sports Show. Let's just get into some of these football games, man. First, the game that's most hype. Everyone wants to talk about it. Everyone's talked about it already. All the professionals have mentioned it. See Sports Show. What are your thoughts on this football game, man?
Frick. I'm going to say in a close game, they're 49ers. That's what I'm going to go with. But I think Dallas, they almost, last year, they played them, right? And it was kind of a butt whipping. And then at the end, Dallas came back. But they came up short. They literally ran out of time. But I'm going to say San Francisco, man. In a close game, though. Maybe like 3 points.
Yeah, dude, you talked about it, man. You mentioned it last year. I think that's going to be huge this week if you're a Cowboys fan and if you think they're going to win this football game. Last year, like, if for some reason Dallas were to win this football game, it would be because of what happened to them in that playoff game. They ran out of clock. It's the game that they lost to end their season, so they have this, a whole bunch of months to think about it. And here they are, dude, for this right back, man, where their season ended a year ago in a different place. Right now, they're at San Francisco.
Yep.
So that for me is like the key for this game, bro, because you can talk about the quarterbacks and the defense and the coaches, and we will talk about that a little bit, but just that element, man, that motivational element that Dallas had this whole year worth, like this whole season worth, to like focus on getting back into the playoffs, winning a playoff game, and here they are against a team that eliminated them, dude. I mean, whew, man, that's going to be such an emotional game for Dallas. I just cannot see them losing this football game, man. Like, I mean, I might have Pendejo face for this game and see Sports Show, but I'm going to pick
Did you
Dallas,
see
man.
Mattress Mac? I don't know how much money, but he bet it for Dallas to win this game. But I don't know because he bet at
Don't
3
tell me
million.
that, dude.
He bet at 3 million for TCU and he lost. So I don't know.
Bro, the mattress man has a gambling problem.
But he only bets for Texas teams. I don't know how legit that guy is, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how legit it is either. I did see that he bet on TCU. That was a pendejo bet right there,
Yeah.
honestly, dude.
And then
Like,
obviously he won with the Astros. But then I think he also lost with the Astros in 2021 and 2019. So I think he just bets anytime Texas plays in a big game. What up, David? Jaguars will win? I don't think so. That's the game that I'm actually the most sure about. If the Jaguars win, Jesus Christ, it's going to be a crazy ass weekend.
yeah, we'll get into that Jaguars game a little bit, but honestly, I saved that game for last because I'm like, man, this might be
Yeah,
not gonna be
that's
that
the most.
entertaining,
Yeah, that's probably the worst one actually out of all of them.
right? Yeah, we'll see. There's some points that people are talking about the Jaguars winning, but I don't know. I don't know about that. What's up, London? How you doing, brother?
London, what up, buddy? How you doing, man? What do you think, London? You guys can start probably putting in your picks right now, just in case you
Yeah,
guys have
exactly, man.
to.
If you guys need to check it out here, just drop in your
Yeah,
picks and all that good
start putting
stuff.
your picks right away.
London
You too,
Sports Talk, man.
David,
He
if you
went,
want to. David, I
yeah,
don't know if you
Dave.
know, we're doing a $35 contest, so whoever gets the most right wins. So go ahead and put your picks, just in case you guys have to exit and are not here for the end of the stream.
Most definitely. London Sports Talk, man. He went 5-1 last week, man. He would have won that contest if X Factor didn't enter it.
But you know who else you didn't even I don't even think you realized entered
Mick. Mick.
Mick. He
Yeah,
also went 5-1. Yep.
Mick went 5. Okay, I'm sorry. You would have been tied with Mick. You're right. Forgot
Yeah, I
about
was
Mr.
gonna say,
Mick.
damn. I was about to message him like, dude, Mick's like because when you were posting the result, Mick was
Yeah.
like 5-0, and I'm like, shit, I gotta tell him. That would have been crazy if imagine. Oh, London, you
No.
won. No, Mick, you're tied.
It's because what happened is that the comments on your video, like you remember you took the video down, so
Yeah,
I
that's why you
couldn't
didn't see it.
see most of them, but this is not going to be taken down right here.
No, we're good. Cincinnati, Kansas City, Dallas, Cowboys, New York. Okay.
All
All
right,
right, so
man.
those are London picks.
Damn, he's got a couple of upsets, and he's got a lot of upsets. So he's got
See, two.
upset city happening.
Yeah, because all those outside of Kansas City, they're all road teams, right? Yeah. So London,
All the road
yeah,
teams except the Chiefs. All right, London Sports Talk. We'll see what happens, man. You might be ahead of the curve, and come Sunday, we'll all have Pendejo face except you, dude.
I mean, he was 5-1 last week. So I mean, let's see if he can. Let's see if he can once again have a good week this week.
Right. Going back to the San Francisco ball game, I think this is the game where not having the quarterback with a lot of veteran experience is going to mess them up. Because Brock Purdy, he looked shaky in that first half against Seattle, dude. He looked really shaky, actually. The second half, he looked a lot better. But Geno Smith also helped them out, right, with that fumble in the red zone and the game flips, whatever. But I kind of feel like this is the game that San Francisco is going to miss the veteran quarterback. But we'll see. It's a tough game to pick. And we talked about the coaches a little bit, man, but that's going to be a huge battle as well. The coaching staff on both teams are elite. It could come down to the in-game adjustments. It could come down to that, dude, as well.
The key matchup, Dan Quinn versus Kyle Shanahan, right? They know each other from they were in Atlanta together, so they know each other pretty good. So that's going to be a pretty good matchup between Kyle Shanahan and Dan Quinn. Cowboys defense versus San Francisco's offense.
Even Kellen Moore against the defensive coordinator on the Niners, right?
DeMeco Ryans, yeah.
One thing that it's interesting is that this guy's getting like head coaching news, right? Like people are saying, "Oh, you're gonna be head coach here. You're gonna be the head coach here." So who knows if that messes him up for this football game? That he might already be thinking like big picture, like, "Man, my day's finally come. I'm about to be the coach of the Houston Texans."
Yeah, he did a bunch of interviews. You never know if that's gonna distract them. All these damn interviews they're getting. May came down coaching. May come down to coaching adjustments. Yeah. And I hate to say that, but I prefer San Francisco with that. But we'll see what happens. It's going to be a good game.
It's going to be a great freaking game, bro, just because based on the history as well. This is their 9th time facing each other in the playoffs, Sports Show.
Yeah.
San Francisco's won 5 times. Right? And if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, I mean, last time that they beat them, I think they went to the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, I think that's when they had that was like back in 90 something. Yeah, 92, right. I think.
Yeah, I mean, pump the brakes on the Super Bowl talk right now for Dallas. Let's see them get by San Francisco first. But I'm going to be picking the Cowboys, man, in this football game. Like we talked about a little bit earlier, that motivation, man, that all year long, circled in on that calendar, like playoff, and bam, they get that team again. So we'll see, man. But let's move along with this football talk, man. Make this too long of a video. Sports Show, what are your thoughts on Philly, your team, and the New York Giants?
Yeah, this one's another tough. This one is tough too. So the Eagles obviously had the good year, but now they have injuries and they're not playing that good. I think they got exposed in that Dallas game, right? When they took 40 points to that defense. Offensive line is a problem. Hurts, I think he's still injured. Man, this is going to be a close game, I think. This is going to be another one close game. I think at least 3 out of these 4 games are going to be close. Man, this one's tough. This one's tough.
What do you think about Lane Johnson coming back?
Yeah, I don't even know because it's been reported it's an abdominal, but then he got on the Pat McAfee and he said it's a torn groin. So I don't even know what the injury is exactly. I don't know if he's lying and he's trying to throw people off, but something's tear, whether it's the abdominal or the groin. Shannon Sharp was talking about today that he thinks he might even just not even finish the game. He might just once again get re-injured. And you know how bad they are when they don't have Lane Johnson on that offensive line.
Hell yeah, dude! They're a terrible offensive line. Not terrible, but it's a big difference, man. Like,
Yeah.
they play bully ball with Lane Johnson and Kelsey.
Yeah, and then the running game's going to probably go bye-bye if Lane Johnson, or at least it's going to be limited if Lane Johnson is not there. And the Giants, vice versa, right? They're clicking with the running game, but both not only Saquon Barkley, but also Daniel Jones going for 78 yards last week versus Minnesota.
This is a tough game for me as well. I was leaning to picking the Giants for a while this week, but ultimately it came down to taking a leap of faith with Hurts. I'm gonna just bet on pick up Philly and bet on Philly because I'm hoping that Hurts is injury free after being rested for so long. We mentioned, man, that he looked really rusty. Week 17 or week 18, the last week of the regular season. So I don't know, man. I just think Hurts, for me, if he's able to look like how he did mid-season before that injury, like a glimpse of it, man. Maybe he gets re-injured in this football game, trying to look like how he did in the mid-season. I just think Philly, if he plays like that, with A.J. Brown down the sideline, if the running game is able to do something on Philly, I think they have too much firepower, man. This Philly offense, they get yards almost on every single freaking play they run. I mean, when they were on top, man, they always move the freaking ball forward every single freaking play, man. And it's like, when you're facing a team like that, man, it's like demoralizing as a defense because you might have a good defense, but just the offense is so good, man. But I don't know. It's tough. It is tough, man. But just based on those reasons, I'm going to pick Philly in this one. It's a very square play, picking the big favorite like that at home off of bye week. We've seen these one seeds go down, in these games, man.
Yeah, last year both of them went down, right? Packers and Titans.
And in previous years as well, maybe not both of the one seeds go down, but they tend to lose in this round, big time. These teams, but I don't know, that veteran leadership on the offensive line. I trust them to get that team motivated to go and play. And maybe if they get to a rut, like say the Giants get out to that quick start, maybe the offensive line can will the offense forward and maybe a comeback win. I don't think they'll blow them out. I don't think Philly's going to come out here and smack them like that. Possibly the Giants might even be winning this football game, man.
So what I keep going back to is what what's his name? The Fox guy, Teddy Bradshaw said that he thinks that once you play Philly that second time, you kind of figure them out. And to be honest, that was the case, right? Commander second time got him. The Cowboys got him the second time. The Giants almost got it. So that's the thing, too. I don't know how legit that statement was by Teddy Bradshaw. Because if that's the case, this is the third time for the Giants. So they're really going to know them. They're not going to be able to probably confuse them and catch them off guard with their run plays.
No. It's all going to come down to that motivation that Sirianni, the offensive line, if they have that Eagles team believing and motivated and flying, if Philly comes out tight, like how San Francisco came out in that first half against Seattle, it's not going to end well for them. They had to come out aggressive, man. Like how the Giants came out against the freaking Vikings since the game started. New York was super aggressive, man, and I think Philly has to do the same thing. They better not get that one seed, tentative bye week, where the shit kind of thing. But
remember years ago, that's what happened. I think 2019, right? The Ravens had the one seed, and they got smacked by the Titans. Remember?
Lamar Jackson,
if that shit happens, oh my lord, they're definitely losing.
Well, yeah, just we right along with this football talk, man.
Yes.
Buffalo Bills, Cincinnati Bengals. What are your thoughts on this football game?
So this one, to me, is not even an upset if Cincinnati wins, man. I think they're too evenly matched. I'm going to go with Cincinnati. I just think I trust Bear in the fourth quarter more. I feel like Josh Allen's going to throw an interception in the red zone or something.
He is, dude.
But the thing is, they are missing two offensive linemen, right? They're just like Philadelphia. Cincinnati's banged up, especially on that offensive line. So that could be their problem. Remember last year, fucking Joe Burrow got sacked 9 times in that game versus Tennessee. But I'm going to go with Cincinnati regardless.
It's a tough pick, man. I was thinking Cincinnati as well during the week, but I went back and watched that a little bit of that game, Ravens and Baltimore. I mean, Ravens and Cincinnati last week, and I don't know, man. I think Harbaugh had a great game plan on defense and how to stop Burrow last week, and I think McDermott, man. I think he resaw, that game that Harbaugh called on the Bengals last week. And the Bills have a little bit better pieces on defense, especially at the safety position, to cause Burrow some problems in this football game, man. The problem with Buffalo is the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
interceptions.
Josh Allen has all the physical ability in the world, dude. He's like freaking like 6'5", 6'7", whatever this guy, 250 inch like arm. But he's kind of dumb, dude. He's kind of dumb, He doesn't play smart football in terms of protecting that pigskin. Like he thinks, like if I make an error, so what? Like my team will get the ball back and stuff like that, right? But I don't know, man. Like I don't trust Josh Allen that much. I really feel Buffalo this offseason needs to get him a better coaching staff on offense, man. Better trainers, dude. Maybe even better weapons on offense as well for this Josh Allen guy. Because I think if they beat this team, right, that's a big if. They face Kansas City in the next round, and I don't think they're going to do it, man. I don't think the Bills will beat the Chiefs in that football game because on the offensive side of the football, I think Buffalo needs a lot of mistakes from the other team to keep them going. Like we saw last week, Miami stopped them so many freaking times on defense. But just the fact that Miami's offense sucked, they gave the ball right back to them.
Yeah, strip sack, fumble, 2 interceptions. Yeah, this guy he's just an interception waiting to happen.
Right, but I mean that's we'll talk about that next week. This one right here, he has to win, man. He has to win this football game. Josh Allen, he better not lose this shit. He better not choke, dude, because this is a game that he should win on paper based on the injuries to the offensive line to Joe Burrow, based on the fact last week on that Jim Harbaugh game plan.
Yep, only 9 points at halftime, 17 the entire game for the Bengals.
Right, and McDermott is a great defensive coach as well, and he's got really good pieces on the defensive line. Dude, the defense last week on Buffalo, they came out to injure the Dolphins, man, on defense. They were super aggressive, dude. A lot of awesome hits on Miami. A lot of fights as well on Buffalo on Miami as well. So I expect McDermott to have the Buffalo defense like really hyped up, with what happened to this player. I can see McDermott talking the team up a lot, like one of your brothers, blah, blah, blah. Are you going to just sit on your ass and, let this team come in your house and beat them? He's going to get that team really fired up to play. So I'm going to take Buffalo in this one, but watch out. Watch out.
Now, I'm not as confident also with all the injuries from the Bengals. I'm not as confident as I was maybe a week ago. The left tackle and the right guard, I believe, are not playing for that Cincinnati offensive line.
The injuries are going to be very interesting tomorrow. Who knows if it's like that Super Bowl with Mahomes and his offensive line, right? That was all banged up.
Yeah, he was running for his life, yeah. And like I said, last year, he got sacked 9 times in that Tennessee game. So we know, if it's something like that, yeah, for sure. They're not. Buffalo's much better. They're not going to be able to survive it against Buffalo if they get sacked 9 times.
I agree, bro. Last game, dude, not much to say in this football game. I don't even know what this.
Yeah, Chiefs. I mean, if this is the first game too, right? So if this is an upset, they're going to have a hell of a weekend, probably a wild-ass weekend.
Yeah, this would be insanity. If this was an upset, I would probably stop watching football, dude. If this was an upset.
The only thing, right?
I do think,
that Trevor Lawrence is undefeated on Saturdays. Well, he's going to lose the first one. Yeah.
It could be a close game, bro, as well, because of Doug Peterson, man. Just because
Yeah.
of that. But I just think this is a statement game for Kansas City, and in some of these playoff games that they've had with Reed and Mahomes, they make statements. You know, they put up 40, 30, even 50 points in what a playoff game with Mahomes and Reed. Yeah, it was with the Cheetah, right? But I kind of feel the Chiefs, they make statement games. However, this season we've been waiting for the Chiefs to have that statement football game, and we haven't seen many of them this year. We've seen a lot of close ball games with Kansas City, close ball games with teams that they have no business being, involved with, like Denver, and shit like that, like the Chargers, beating them by a field goal at the very end. So I guess we got to respect the Jaguars just based on the fact that the Chiefs might be missing the Cheetah a lot on offense as well, but they should win. Kansas City should win by at least a touchdown in this football game.
Yeah, if they lose this game, I can definitely see Kansas City going out and getting a wide receiver in the offseason, like maybe a DK Metcalf or something like that. Because then that means they really fucked up by letting Cheetah go.
Bro, it's a great point about your Eagles. All the moves they made, getting all those players, right?
Yeah, I just feel like eventually that's going to come back to bite them in the ass, letting Cheetah go. I think, especially if you got to play Bengals or Bills, like you got Chase, Jameer Chase on one side, on the other side you got Stephon Diggs, and you don't have nobody. You have Travis Kelce, but he's not really a deep threat. I feel part of today's NFL, you need a quarterback, but you also need that home run deep threat. And they had it and they lost it, and I just feel eventually that's going to come back and bite them in the ass. I think they do survive the Jaguars game though, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lose either the Bills or the Bengals the following week.
Why the heck did they let go of the Cheetah?
I think they just didn't have enough money, I guess, anymore. And plus, he said something about he felt like he wasn't appreciated. I don't know. I think he feels like he makes more of a statement in Miami, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
It's kind of like the Shaq and Kobe thing, where Kobe wanted to prove himself that he didn't get Shaq. I think same thing. I think Cheetah wanted to prove that he needed Mahomes and Kelce, that he was legit by himself.
That was a huge mistake, man, because the Chiefs are kind of hated around the league because of Kelce and Mahomes, right? They're kind of over the top and shit with like their bro love they have, But the Cheetah, I think that he was the odd man out right there with those two dudes, right? He probably wasn't their friend.
Yeah,
because Mahomes and Kelce, bro. Mahomes is white and Kelce's white, right? And the Cheetah's a brother.
Yeah, I don't know, man, but
maybe that's why, bro. The Cheetah's the man, dude, and Mahomes is a white boy, dude.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
All right, man. Let me ask you, Sports Show, about the wrestling world, bro. What's going on with McMahon and shit? Is he selling the company?
Man. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Hopefully he doesn't come back, but he's probably gonna come back. There's rumors he's gonna come back at frickin' Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble's next Saturday, by the way.
Where's it gonna be at?
San Antonio.
In Texas?
Yeah, the Alamo Dome, I believe.
Damn, bro. Another Texas. Big Texas theme going down, huh?
They keep paying all that money to get all the big shows, Texas and Florida. They just had it back in, 2020, 2019 in Houston. And they just had WrestleMania in Dallas last year. And now they're doing It seems like at least once a year they do a big show in Texas, apparently.
In Texas, huh? Something's going on with Texas, man. That's interesting. Right there with
They love Texas, man. WWE, it seems like. But yeah, man. So it should be good, man. Royal Rumble. They're teasing that The Rock's going to come back. They even got merchandise on the WWE.com for The Rock. So maybe he'll come back finally.
That's interesting. All right, man. Little WWE update right there. I did see the other organization, the Outlaw, the Mud Show promotion, bro. Some chick like almost broke her neck taking the power bomb. Did you see that?
Oh, AEW? Yeah, they power bombed in the stage, but it seemed like they put a table, but the person who hit the power bomb hit the table, but the other person who got body slam hit the floor. They should have probably put two tables. to kind of protect both of them. One lands on one table, the other one on the other table.
Low key, that outlaw promotion is like must see TV just because of how many pendejo moments are you gonna have. You know what I mean? Like you don't know what to expect every week on that show, and on the classic show, you know, it's kind of a little bit repetitive, and people already know what to expect and all that shit. The other show, bro, it's just so random, man. Like you don't know what the hell's gonna happen in that shit.
Yeah, I kind of like the other. Sometimes it depends. I just saw WWE sometimes they just half their shows, where that other company they're still trying to get on the map,
Right.
so they do a better job of almost not every week, but a lot of weeks it does feel like almost like a pay-per-view you're getting for free on TV.
All right, man. Yeah, that match with that girl, that was brutal match, man. Like it was, that one chick was all bloody, all messed up.
Yeah,
See, I don't know about that either. You know, like I don't think like women's wrestling needs to be like that. I kind of feel it should be
WWE never
like,
did that, even when McMahon was in his peak in his prime.
nah. I think women's wrestling should like be about like nice women wrestling, dude. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like the blood for the woman,
Like,
but they're trying to make it
right.
like UFC style. I don't know what they're trying to do with that.
nah, you know, I would rather watch like Mandy Rose against Alexa Bliss with like Bailey and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to watch a chick bleeding and stuff on TV.
Yeah.
Whew. All right, man. But we pretty much hit all the football topics, man. Very quick show. Super late night. We might not have that many contestants this week, man.
Yeah, we were we on around the same time last week, maybe a little bit earlier, but
It's
I'm
because
surprised.
it was on a Thursday.
It was probably the day. The people are probably out partying. So what
Most
are we gonna
likely,
do?
man.
We only have one person.
I know. I don't know, man. I mean, I guess we only have one entry, and that's Mr. London Sports Talk right there with his picks, man. He might be the winner this week, dude.
London Macaron, you're the automatic winner. Hopefully more people enter, but
Yeah.
I mean we have until what, like 3:00.
Yeah, I'm gonna enter the contest this week, man, by default. That way it gets interesting. What are your picks against E?
I'll take Cincinnati, Kansas City. I'll go with New York, and then I'll take San Francisco.
All right, Bengals, Chiefs, Giants, San Francisco.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
So it's just me in London right now.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna enter as well, dude. That way it's 3 people.
And then you just keep your money.
I'm gonna pick right there. Those are my picks on the screen, man. Bills, Chiefs, Eagles, Cowboys.
Okay.
I kind of feel a lot of people are making these picks right here on the screen, so it could be a lot of upsets, man. I'm picking non-upsets basically, just one upset, right? I'm picking all the home teams except Dallas in that last football game.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to pick all favorites, and I just went with one upset. But I don't like predicting upsets because I feel then you get in trouble.
Really?
Like if you're putting the Jaguars, that can really fuck you up. I don't see the Jaguars winning.
No, I wouldn't put the Jaguars. I would not pick that one.
Yeah.
The Bengals could upset the Giants. Oh man, I mean, they could as well. I'm not gonna lie, dude. They could because of that number one seed that we talked about. They always they tend to get shocked.
They're playing. The Giants should feel better about themselves. Probably the Eagles will probably have some questions
Right.
with all their injuries. Like as players, they're probably questioning themselves a little bit.
Okay, let me ask you, man. A Super Bowl pick, rough pick, man. Not official pick for you. What would you lean right now for a Super Bowl?
San Francisco,
Yeah,
Cincinnati.
that would be a great Super Bowl. That's like my emotional pick. Like as a fan, I want to see that Super Bowl, man. I do. I definitely do. But I don't know, man. The NFL's tricky, and I don't think it's gonna be like the WWE, man. They're not gonna give the fans what they want. We want Andy Rose and Alexa Bliss, and they're gonna give us Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax or something like that.
My worry is that like if the Giants beat the Eagles and then
Yeah.
the 49ers beat the Cowboys, and the Giants might
Oh,
just
that'd be a
fucking flame
terrible
out.
NFC Championship game.
It might just be an ass whooping.
That'd be terrible, like for ratings. I mean, like not ratings, but
Hmm.
like Brock Purdy and Daniel Jones would be like, where did they get these two pendejos from?
Yeah, exactly. And they might just have the Giants job out, and like it might not even be close. Where I
Okay,
feel like NBA FC is going to be good. Chiefs versus either Bills or Bengals. But yeah, the NFC, I'm a little bit worried. If the Eagles win, then I don't care whether it's Cowboys or Niners. But I am worried about the Giants winning because then I feel it might be a fucking just like remember the Mavericks made it to the Western Finals and then they got smacked by
against
the Warriors.
yeah, against the
That's what I
Warriors.
feel what happened with the Giants.
Oh,
Usually the Cinderellas usually flame out, and like
oh.
TCU, right? They flamed out in the fucking national championship game, 65 to
Yeah,
like 0.
no, you're right, man. Like these like underdog teams, when they get to that certain level, they have no business being there, especially that one team. But I don't know. In the NFL, I kind of think sometimes I don't know what we've had two. I think two fifth seeds in the history have done well. I think it was the Giants, and who else was it? Was it the
The Giants and the
Ravens?
Packers, I remember
The
they won Super
Packers
Bowls out of the wild
Uh,
card.
as a fifth
It,
seed, I think. Yeah.
2007 and
Uh-huh.
2010, they both came out in. I think I even remember the Giants beat the Buccaneers when Jeff
Yeah.
Garcia was the quarterback. Then they beat the Cowboys, the Tony Romo, Terrell Owens team, and then they beat the Packers, which ended up being Brett Favre's last year with the Packers. And then they obviously upset the Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, 18-0 Patriots. And then in
Yeah.
2010, it was the Aaron Rodgers Packers. In the first round, they beat the Michael Vick Philadelphia Eagles. Andy Reid was the coach. And then they smacked, I believe it was Matt Ryan and Mike Smith, the coach.
Yeah.
They absolutely smacked the Falcons. And then in the third, they beat the Bears. That was the game that Jay Cutler got hurt. Pendejo face for Jay Cutler. And
Yeah.
and then they beat the
Sports has got
Steelers.
that football knowledge, man.
They beat the Ben Roethlisberger Steelers in the Super Bowl. But I think that was the last time. I think that was the last time a road team, like a wild card team, won it. Well, what about the Buccaneers?
Yeah, 2020, dude. With the Bucs.
2020,
Right.
they beat Commanders, the Saints, Drew Brees Saints, and then the Packers, Aaron Rodgers Packers, and then they beat the Chiefs. That was the year Mahomes had his offensive line all fucked up.
Yep. And in some year, in a lot of years, dude, like in the 90s and like the early 2000s, it was usually like the one versus the one versus the two in the Super Bowl. Like very rarely back in the, like old school football did you have wild cards or like four seeds, three seeds going through. It was usually like the top two teams usually faced off. Maybe like if there was an upset, it would be like one versus two. But very rarely was there anything else besides that. But modern day football, it's way different, man.
Yeah.
It's way different. So we'll see, man. Super Bowl pick this year. Will we have a one seed in the Super Bowl this year? I would say yes with Kansas City, even though like it's kind of weak right now. But I don't know. I just don't think the Bills or the Bengals will have enough to knock them off like that. Just because I think, not because the Chiefs are so good, but I just think the Bills and the Bengals are a little bit down from last year. Cincinnati, just because of the injuries, and Buffalo, I just think the quality of play on offense has taken a big step down. So I think the Chiefs have like a clear path. If they don't go pendejo mode, if they don't get injuries, I kind of think that one seed will make it. On the NFC side, though, man, I know your Eagles team.
They'll probably lose to the 49ers in the NFC.
Whoever wins of San Francisco and Dallas Sports Show,
I think they can get
shot.
Dallas, though, because it's the third matchup. That can go either way, especially if the Eagles are healthy.
I don't know, man. I just think Dallas is doing that underdog
Yeah,
thing this year.
that we just talked about the
Right.
wild card road shit. Yeah.
Right. Remember the Eagles also that huge underdog that one year?
Yeah, but they were the 1 seed.
20
The reason they were underdogs is because of the backup quarterback. Yeah, I mean,
here. Yeah.
I mean, it could happen. I mean, I guess.
If there was a year for Dallas to make it to the Super Bowl,
It would be this year.
It would be this year, and because the NFC is kind of it's down only because of the injuries to the Eagles,
And also, like, the two best quarterbacks, right? Supposed in the conference, Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers are out of it. So there's really nobody to stop them anymore.
Let me just mention this to you. When the Eagles won it in 2017, 2018, they were 15-1 odds. When the playoff began, like in the wild card round, they were 15-1 odds, man. Like, they were super underdog. Like,
Yeah.
like way underdog. Even when it was the Final Four, even when it was the NFC Championship game, they were still super underdog.
Yeah, I remember NFL Network or NFL.com accidentally posting a Patriots Vikings Super Bowl 52 promotion banner, and then deleting it. So yeah, everybody was very low on the Eagles that year.
Whew, all right, man.
Yeah,
We
so
shall see what happens.
Yeah, you're right. The freaking underdog seems to. Baseball and football seem to do that a lot more, and then basketball is more like the favorites.
Modern day football, like like classic 90s, 80s, 70s, it wasn't like this before. I looked at the history of it, and it was usually the top teams made it to the Super Bowl, but modern day, like 2000 and like 5, 6, 7 till like today, it's really difficult to predict because these teams get hot at the right moment, man, and they run the table. And it's usually teams that have like a chip on their shoulder, like they got embarrassed or like they've been getting embarrassed and shit. And like everything starts to click. Like their talent that was young now starts to get like more veteran-ish. They keep drafting well, and they keep adding like better coaches on the staff, and then like it just all like comes at the right moment, man, and they just make this run. Like, but the thing about Dallas is that they're still kind of young, right? It's not like the Giants that have all those veteran players on defense.
You think if the Cowboys make it, you think they win, or do you think they can still lose to one of these AFC teams?
I don't know, man. I think there's not a very dominant AFC team. Honestly, dude, I think the most dominant team in right now in football is San Francisco.
Yeah, I agree. I still think. See, I'm not excited on the Bengals anymore with the injuries. Same thing with the Eagles. I think that the Bengals and the Eagles might just be eliminated because of their injuries. Like, it sucks, but that's what I'm starting to feel. So yeah, and then the Bills with fucking Josh Allen. Yeah, it maybe Chiefs Cowboys Super Bowl. Or Chiefs, a replay of Super Bowl 54, Chiefs and 49ers.
I don't know, man. I'm starting to lean heavily on the Chiefs and
the Cowboys.
And then the Cowboys, dude. Like, I'm really starting to go that route. I have a future on San Francisco, right?
Yeah.
So I bet like $300. Like, whew, man, the day before Garoppolo got hurt, bro. The Saturday before he got hurt.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like pendejo face all week long, bro. After that, for like weeks, bro. And I'm gonna take my money out of that bet, bro. I'm betting $300 on Dallas this week, just so I don't lose my $300, dude. For that,
yeah, you get it back some way.
Right, that's how much I believe in Dallas. I'm not gonna let it ride. I'm gonna take my money out on San Francisco, and I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see about what happens, dude. I'm gonna look at it more in depth, but I don't know, man. What if the freaking Cowboys make it, man? What if?
I said it. This might be the year, like with the Packers and the Buccaneers. Well, I mean, they took themselves out of the Buccaneers, but yeah, this shit's not really a threat this year anymore.
No.
Like, I don't think they're scared by the Hurts, Daniel Jones, Brock Purdy. I don't think they're not scared of any of these quarterbacks. Now, if you're talking about the AFC quarterbacks, that's a different story. But they should at least make it this year.
They should at least make it this year, and who knows about if they win it or not, man.
Vince McMahon style, they're just gonna feed the America's team for Patrick Mahomes to beat them, just like the WWE would feed like John Cena to Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
imagine. Plus, he's from Texas, right? Mahomes.
Do the job, Mahomes, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know if Mahomes will he be like. Is he that quarterback to win 2 Super Bowls like that? Who did that? Roethlisberger did that.
Tom Brady.
Brady did that. There was
4 years.
There was another quarterback that won it like that. I think it was Joe Montana. He won it like no, not Montana. It was someone else. It was Roethlisberger, Brady, and someone else that won 2 Super Bowls very quick like that. But you're talking about big time franchises, Kansas City Chiefs, man. I don't know, bro. They're gonna go up against the Dallas Cowboys, right? A super wealthy franchise, bro. What if when it gets to that moment, Jerry Jones tells like the referees, like, "Hey, pick an island."
Yeah, by that point, Jerry Jones might just fucking deliver a blank check to the referees. We're literally fucking 4 quarters away from a Lombardi.
What if he goes to Andy Reid and he's like, "Hey, pick an island, pick a planet."
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's gonna get interesting, dude. Because Jerry Jones is getting up there in age. I don't know, man. That'd be honestly. I think that Super Bowl, people would hate it. People would hate this because people hate the Chiefs and people hate the Cowboys. I don't know. That'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, I feel like they wouldn't really be truly like that underdog factor. I feel like the Cowboys would lose. I don't. Even though the Cowboys would be the underdog, people wouldn't view them like that. They would just view them like 2 hateable franchises.
I would still make 2 hateable franchises for sure. I would still put the Chiefs as favorite in the Super Bowl to beat Dallas. What about you?
Yeah, I guess this might be the year, man. This might be the fucking year for the Cowboys.
In this envelope right here, I have the winner of the Super Bowl, bro. It's a sealed envelope, man. I can't really say who it came from, but let's check it out right here, right? And we'll end it on this note right here. Let's check it out. In this note, I have ta-da!
Who is it? Can't even see. Jesus Christ.
Man, is it going to be like that? Is this envelope going to predict the Super Bowl champion?
That'll be crazy.
Sports show. All right, man. Appreciate you for joining us. So, man, the contest, we had that many entries, but if you guys still want to enter, Discord, just let us know, man. I'll let you guys join. Why not? Let's make it interesting. I'm gonna join as well, though.
I might make a small video promoting it.
Okay.
Did you go live on my channel or just yours?
No, it's on both channels, man. But I just think the timing is probably like 1:00 in the morning on the East Coast. So.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later, dude.
All right, man. See ya.